Hello crafty friends and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Roxanne and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada. And today I'd like to show you our Daisy Delight Thoughtfulness card that I'm going to share with you. So this is the card that we're going to make. I featured it in our 2017-2019 in colors. This one is Powder Pink and this is our new color called Tranquil Tide. This one's called Berry Burst, Lemon Lime Twist, and today I'm going to feature this card in Fresh Fig. So let's get started. To make this card, you'll need the Fresh Fig ink pad, the Daisy Delight stamp set, the coordinating daisy punch, and I use the Fresh Florals Designer Series stack paper, and it does feature all the ink colors, and it is also double-sided. So today we're going to use the back side of the Designer Series paper for our card. The first thing you'll want to do is to get a piece of scrap Whisper white paper and your Daisy Delight punch, and we're going to daisy punch, and we're going to punch out 2 of the daisies with the punch, just like that. 1, 2. And then we also are going to stamp. We're going to put those to the side, and we're going to take the scrap while we have it out and use the little small center of the flower, and we're going to ink that up with Fresh Fig. Okay, so here we go. So how I did the center, if you look here, you can kind of see it's dark and light in the center. So what I did was I inked it up. And then what I did was I just kind of pushed it on my mat a little bit, just on the one side, and then I stamped it. So then you get a little bit of gradiating color going on there. And then with my 3/4 inch punch, I punched out that center, like that. Actually, that's too big, so we probably want the 1/2 inch. So hold on a second and I'll go get the 1/2 inch punch. Okay, so it is the 1/2 inch punch, so there we go. Punch that out and put that aside. Use that scrap for something else, or throw it out, whatever you like. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, so for the base, I just have a piece of Whisper White 8.5 by 5.5, and I cut that in half. And for the mat, I have the Fresh Fig cardstock, and I cut that at 1 3/4 and 5.5. And I use the Designer Series paper, and that's cut at 1.5 by 5.5. And we're going to put those together. So just with a bit of adhesive, your tape runner. And I cut it so that I have a bit of a border at the top and the bottom, like so. And for the greeting, your thoughtfulness brightened my day, I did get it from the Daisy Delight stamp set. So for this one, my focus was to try and use the whole stamp set. A lot of times I'll use a greeting from another stamp set, but today I thought there's some cute little greetings here with the Daisy Delight stamp set, so I thought we'd use that, just like that. So if you want to try and line up your stamp set, these lines on the grid paper are great for that. So what I try to do is line up that first line to the line on the grid paper, and then I just push my clear block on top of it like that, and that just helps it to line it up a little bit more straight. And then to put it on the card, what I do as well is I use the lines on the grid paper to line up the bottom of my cardstock, and I hold that down. And this is where you get to be a little bit of an acrobat. And then you just line that up like that, and your greeting's very straight. Okay, and then to finish up the card, again, I just use the adhesive tape runner to put this on here, and like so, and have that come down a little bit because I want to make sure there's enough room at the top for the daisy, like that. And then for the daisy, how I did that was I took my ink pad and I gave it a little squeeze like this, and I opened it up. So now you can see I have the ink pad just at the, or the inks on the top of the pad. And then what I did was I took my Wink of Stella pen and I put it in the ink, and then I just kind of flicked little flick marks like this all the way up like that. And that just gives the color on the petals, and then it coordinates with your designer series paper. So I did that for both of the flowers, just like this. Okay, so I do find if I'm kind of flicking it towards me, it gives a more natural look to the petals. And to clean my Wink of Stella pen, I do the same similar thing I would do with an aqua painter or blender pen. I just rotate it back and forth on my scratch pad there, and that just cleans it up. So we'll close that up, put that aside, and then the next thing I'm going to do is get the, where'd that go? There it is. A little tiny thing there, little, and I put that on here first. And then the next thing I'm going to do is get a dimensional. And I just have these mini ones, so 2 for sure. If you have the bigger ones, you can just use one big one and that'll be fine. Okay, like that. And then I just offset that. Hopefully you can see that. So what I did is I just offset it like that, and then attached it. And then for the top petals, I just hold them like this with my fingers, like that. And then that's how you get a little bit of some dimension going on with your flower. And then again, I use the dimensionals again on the back. If you were mailing this card, you might only want to do one level of dimension, or maybe no dimension at all, just to make sure it fits in the mail. But one level of dimensions should be fine for the mail to go through. Okay, and then you just pop that up like that, and your card is done. There you go. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to check out my blog, www.craftwagon.ca, and please give this video a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks, have a great day. Bye.